Welcome to another episode of Band Stripped. My guest tonight, Miguel Pregueiro, a beautiful, beautiful singer who's had a strange but very successful journey so far in the world of music, right here on Band Stripped. Miguel, welcome to Band Stripped. Your first time on Band Stripped.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Right here on Hot 91.9, a station which absolutely loves your music and has been playing quite a bit of your music over the last year or so. Now, you had quite an unconventional journey into music. Where did it start?
So it all started with a dare.
Yeah.
So it started with my friends and I. We were watching
That's quite
TV.
a famous story, right?
Well, it was actually one of the most cringeworthy moments on TV for the year. Like, I got some notification saying your Idol's audition was one of the most cringeworthy moments. So it was quite an achievement.
I agree with that. I watched it.
And did you
I
cringe?
went back to find it, and I watched it. Yeah, I thought it was very brave, man.
So so from the beginning, my friends dared me. They're like, go on Idols, sing like a chipmunk. We dare. You're not going to do it. You're too scared. I was always like a clown in school. I used to do accents and impersonations and stuff like that. So I even did a speech the one time in a chipmunk voice. Yeah. So that's where the whole chipmunk voice thing came.
So you learned how to do this by doing it mock style.
Mock style, all mock style.
So have you seen the movie The Other Guys?
Yes.
You know how his character learned ballet because he was teasing other kids
who
did ballet?
It's literally like that.
You did that?
Pretty much.
Amazing.
Pretty much. And I didn't really at that time have an understanding of how vocal effects and all of that works. Yeah. So when I saw the movie, I thought there were people in studio that sound like the Chipmunks in the movie Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yes,
so I thought they were just casually speaking
but what
like
they're doing
that.
is they're just tuning up
They're just tuning up, and I had no idea at the time. So I was like, how do people do this? Surely there must be a way. And then that's when I just started practicing the squeaky voice or whatever. That's where it came. And then the whole Idols thing, although, it's quite a mission to stand in the line as long as you have to, just to go sing like a chipmunk. Like, you're not going to go through. But
listen, I get that part, right? And I think a lot of people know that part. But I listened to you sing as a chipmunk, and it was completely in tune.
That's correct.
So, which means that you probably could sing all along. Did you ever feel like you were a singer before that?
Not even a little bit. Yeah. So people ask me, how did you not know you can sing? Like, if you could do that, for example. And I realized recently that I think it was because of SingStar, the game. So here's a little story.
Okay.
When I was younger, my sister always wanted to be a singer. That was like her dream. She can't sing though, like, just to put it out there. But sorry if she'll probably see this, sorry. But you can't sing. We know it.
Yeah.
So she was given SingStar as a gift, and we used to play it all the time. And the aim of winning is you need to obviously sing the right notes to get the most points. Yeah. So you'd find me a lot of the times I wouldn't even sing the words. You'd see me like humming or making sure I hit the notes.
And with SingStar, that's the way they cheat it, right?
Yes.
If you don't have to say the word.
You don't have to say the word.
If you just hit the note.
Then you win. And I'm very competitive. I hate losing.
Yeah.
So
what you were doing was tuning your vocals and your vocal muscle.
And we played so often that I really think that is how I got an understanding of being able to at least sing on key.
This might be a recipe for parents out there who want their kids very badly to be musicians or singers.
And you do it secretly.
So there's two things you're going to do, right? One is get SingStar and be able to hit the notes, one. And B, learn to sing as a chipmunk, because the force of pressure, I'll tell you, this is the force of pressure that you're using in your vocal cords, actually building your vocal muscle.
Very true.
So it's actually helping you tune.
That's true.
Because people can't sing like that. It's very difficult to sing at that high frequency.
Yes.
So it actually built your vocal range. And so when you decided to sing normally,
I feel like you opened a new platform for me to like teach kids how to sing like a chipmunk. There's a new job there.
Or to sing, to start singing.
Or to sing, yeah.
Exactly.
I could go there as well.
So this Idols experience, I mean, did you find it embarrassing when it happened to you, or did you have a good laugh and go, oh, look what I actually did the day?
I was so excited and happy about the whole thing, to be honest, because I also had never been on TV. So for me, just to be on TV was exciting. People that knew me could see I was incredibly nervous when I was actually doing the audition.
I could tell that also.
I was so nervous. But leading up to it, all my interviews and all of that.
Because the judges, before you sang, were almost like they were expecting something to come from you. Somebody obviously tipped them off that it was going to happen, right? So.
I figured as well. So when I actually got there, and I'd never really been in front of cameras, and then I see these judges I've seen on TV before, then it like hit me. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing?
This is real.
This is real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sing like a chipmunk on Idols. So then I was very nervous, but I'm really glad I did it because it opened up the whole music industry for me. Because the question then came, what do you sound like with your natural voice if you sing like that?
Outside of music, what do you think is the most important thing you learned from that particular experience?
I think taking risks is something. The fact that I did that, if I didn't do that, like take that risk to just, you know what, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have we wouldn't be sitting here right now, because it opened all the other doors to me actually exploring my singing voice and putting out little videos of me singing.
Yeah.
Although at that time I still didn't think of pursuing this as a career. It was just something, people had been asking me, so here's a few songs, and let me focus, because I was always wanting to be a soccer player.
It's amazing. You stumbled upon your talent by accident.
That's crazy.
Now, you're on Bandstrip tonight, and you're going to be playing us 3 songs. The first song that you're going to be singing is a track called Vámonos.
So that was
Did I say it properly?
You said it right.
I said it with passion.
You did.
Okay,
you
lovely.
gave the eyes. You did those little eyes as well.
Yeah. This is for the cameras. Yeah. What is the song about?
So this is pretty much about a one-night stand. Vámonos it means like, let's go, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And
experience or all theoretical?
All theoretical,
Of
let's
course,
say.
of course.
I'm a
But
well-behaved individual.
For the audience out there just checking to see, because they're going to be saying, hey, is this real, man?
Is it from experience?
Yeah.
Well, we'll leave that up to the imagination.
Fair play.
Yes.
Fair play.
So it's a combination of English and Spanish lyrics, and it's pretty much, my focus on that song was for me to establish the type of sound I wanted to put out there, and who I am as an artist, because it's the first song. I wanted to show the Latin sound and
the
also
Latino vibe,
yes,
which is the vibe you want to project, right?
Completely.
You identify with that.
Yes.
Given your name, I would imagine that you have a Latin-related background.
Yes.
It's Portuguese?
I'm Portuguese.
Right.
With a little bit of Spanish that I claim.
Okay, fair enough. And you've got a very Spanish look also to be, it's a stereotype. Maybe, yes it is, but a fair point, I think. So Vámonos, okay, so it's an English-Spanish vibe, right?
Yes.
And it's Spanish music, English lyric, or both?
Bit of Spanish lyrics.
But Spanish lyrics as well. So besides not being a singer from the time you were young and learning to sing very late in your life, you decided to throw in another challenge, which is, if I'm going to sing, let's go Spanish. So you add another challenge on top of that.
Yes, I did.
And this is how Vámonos came. Is this the first song you wrote?
So it's not the first song I wrote. So going back to when I first started writing songs. So actually, I went to go study. I studied music.
Yeah.
And before studying music, the transition between playing soccer full-time and studying, I actually went in to study film and acting. That was...
Wait, hold on, you studied music. Was this before or after your Idols audition?
After. So Idols was 2013.
I see.
2015,
right,
so I was playing soccer at the time during Idols, and obviously you can't play the whole day. So I had time on my hands to go to Idols, and and so 2015 came, and I stopped playing soccer, and it was now time to study, and I decided to leave a sporting career and go to like an entertainment film career, which is also quite difficult for most families, But I saw music was an option as well. So I wanted to improve on my vocal ability.
Right.
I didn't realize there was so many other things that tie into a music course, like production, business,
sound, all of that.
Yeah. Singing was literally maybe like 5 to 10% of what the...
Which is why you went to study, but
yes,
if they told you that up front, you would have made a
I
different
probably
choice.
wouldn't have done it, yeah.
I know, but they never do.
So I ended up falling in love with it all. Honestly, I think it was the best decision I could have made was to take music, because it set the foundations of everything that I know. And for me, everything was new, from learning how to play the piano to producing music, recording, writing songs. I'd never written a song before.
It was like walking to a movie for the first time.
Literally,
Going, wow,
it was, and it was all so new to me, so I fell in love with it. So the whole songwriting, when I wrote Vámonos, so what we had to do at the end of our final year is 30 original songs, write, produce, and record.
Was that part of the
course?
Okay.
Yeah. So at that stage, I was just writing.
That's quite a high bar. Yeah.
Yeah. It's dropped now, I think, to 20. But I remember writing a bunch of titles of songs.
Which I'm going to come to just now. You've brought a guy named Silas with you.
Correct.
Somewhere in the studio. What is Silas' surname?
Nika.
Silas Nika.
Nika.
And interesting what you guys are going to do today. So I'm getting the audience ready for this because you're going to be doing vocals and Silas is going to be playing keys and percussion at the same time.
Keys, percussion, and a bit of drums.
And a bit
drum as well, yeah.
I've never seen that happen, and that's going to happen today. So this is Miguel Pregueiro with Silas Nika, and their first track is Vámonos, right here on Band Stripped on Hot 91.9.
Can't see what I see. Could I get you? Maybe, but I don't wanna lie. Your beauty brings out all my fear deep inside. I can't believe what is standing right in front of me. I see a girl out of my league and she's approaching me. What do I have to do to make sure she'll come on with me? Come on, vámonos bonita, tengo algo especial para ti. Y cuando quieres entender tendrá todo de mí. Your body, your body. Vámonos, vámonos. You can't see what I see. Vámonos, vámonos. Could I get you, baby? Vámonos, vámonos. But I don't wanna lie. Your beauty brings out all my fear deep inside. Vámonos, vámonos. Vámonos, vámonos. Your body is driving me crazy. Would you be my lady so I can call you mine? Come with me, baby, I'll show you a time now. I can't believe what is standing right in front of me. I see a girl out of my league and she's approaching me. I think it's time to take it further and come on with me. Come on, vámonos bonita, tengo algo especial para ti. Y cuando quieres entender tendrá todo de mí. Your body, your body. Vámonos, vámonos. You can't see what I see. Vámonos, vámonos. Could I get you, maybe? Vámonos, vámonos. But I don't wanna lie. Your beauty brings out all my fear deep inside. Vámonos, vámonos. Vámonos, vámonos. So come with me, come with me, come with me. Vámonos, vámonos. A night to remember, I'll guarantee. Vámonos, vámonos. And we can start our own party. I promise you, remember me. Let's sing it one more time, baby. Set 1, 2, 3. Your body, your body. Vámonos, vámonos. You can't see what I see. Vámonos, vámonos. Could I get you, maybe? Vámonos, vámonos. But I don't wanna lie. Your beauty brings out all my fear deep inside. Vámonos, vámonos.
Welcome back to Band Stripped. That was Miguel Pregueiro with Vámonos, his first track here on Band Stripped on Hot 91.9. Miguel, welcome back to the studio. That was fantastic. Now, I want to dive into your music development because I'm very curious, and I'm sure many of the audience out there are very curious too, because they either are interested themselves or they have kids quite often who want to go into music. Now, how did your hometown of Edenvale play a part in your music development? How do you think it played a part?
That's a very deep question.
Yeah, I know.
So, I feel like my hometown, I wasn't really exposed to a musical environment.
I'm sure. I know Edenvale, and it's not the most inspiring place that you say, okay, a songwriter would come out of there. So I'm very curious because something else must have driven that creativity.
I think I've always considered myself a creative in the sense of coming up with maybe even skits, like acting skits or that type of thing. But in terms of actual songwriting, I think that only developed when I actually went to go study music, and we were forced to write songs.
You had to put it into a structure now.
It was quite overwhelming for me at first to have to write 30 songs because Like, what do you write about? From
Yeah.
my side, I'm not a natural writer. Now it's very different because if something comes to me, then I can just write it down and have an
Exactly.
idea. But at the time, it was, I just wrote titles, and then I said, okay, what does this title make me feel? Okay, this can be a
I
romantic
see.
song,
Okay,
you know.
so your process, that's a conceptual process.
Yes,
So
conceptual
your
process.
title gave you an idea of concept, and then you built on that
And
concept
musically.
lyrically from the and music.
So I'd have a title and know the type of feel I want
Right.
from it. Then the music would come,
Yeah,
and then I'd write my melody hooks,
right.
and then write over to make sure the hooks
I see.
have
Okay.
make sense lyrically. So I know a lot of people actually write lyrics first, but then I think it's a bit difficult to come up with very catchy melodies.
It already
suppose
depends. I mean, like we've had lots of musicians on the show, and each one has a different process.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, there's no person that actually writes in exactly the same way.
yes, and
So
sometimes it's
everyone-
different as well.
Yeah, just it's different things that might inspire you. You
Mm.
might hear something on the radio and you go, "Wow, that sounds cool. I like that vibe. I want to create the same
Yes.
vibe." You know, that's where it starts from. It's inspiration. So you had 30 songs that you had to write in your
Yes,
final year, right?
Correct.
So that was. We know you have 30 now.
Yes.
At least minimum.
And-
How many have you written since then?
Quite a lot. Probably like at least another 30 or so, I'd
Yeah.
say. But of the songs I've released 6 songs so
Yeah.
far. I think only 2 of them were from those 30. So with my new songs, it's songs I'm writing
They're
very
evolving,
fresh,
right?
and
Yeah.
my writing has, I would say, changed.
This is when you first started writing, like any writer, and I think even the best writers in the world of all time, even I'm sure Paul McCartney and John Lennon wrote some bad songs back in the day, but you've got to
Yes.
write all that nonsense out.
You have to.
You got to get out
You
your
have to.
system. Because I think when you first started writing, did you believe everything was good? Like, oh,
Not
this is
at
great.
all.
You
Not
didn't?
at all. I felt like some of the stuff I was putting out there was a bit embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, I know I can do better. But I also left it quite late to submit my 30 songs because at first,
Yeah.
shocker, I thought, let me go into the genre of like blues, you know, like Michael
Yeah, of course.
Bublé, that
That
type
would be
of
the
thing.
easiest thing to do as a
Right?
musician. Yeah.
Because I don't know why. I really don't know why. But I really liked his music, and I thought it's cool. But because I was scared to go into like Latin music because of the fact that it isn't really a prominent genre in South Africa, for
No, correct,
example.
yeah.
But that's more of who I am. So I'm so glad I changed that. And
You
then
find your own voice as you
Yeah.
go along. Now, have you found that your writing process has changed a little bit and evolved since those first 30 songs?
So I find myself more often now starting with the music, and
Yeah.
then seeing how that makes me
Getting your
feel.
vibe and then
Yes,
letting that
and
inspire
then
you.
let that inspire me.
Okay.
So a lot of the times, if, for example, myself and Silas are
Mm.
just messing around with ideas, then I'll come up with something on the spot, like a melody or
Mm.
certain lyrics that I feel fit what I'm hearing, and then a song can be born
Yeah.
like that. So I find it's more music first now
Yeah.
than title. Although I still have a lot of song titles that I haven't written anything to yet that I think could be quite
It'll
cool.
come.
It'll come, yeah.
You've got all day
All
to
in
do
time.
it.
All day. Good one.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
Look at
Which
you.
is the title of your next song,
You're
right?
the link master.
I know. Thank you, Miguel. That's my personal skill. So tell us about All Day.
So All Day is probably...
Is it a song about sex?
It is about sex. It is. It's about...
Is it really?
It really is.
Wow, amazing.
It's about being with that person all day. It doesn't matter where. Like, you don't want to do anything else but physically be with that person.
Wow.
Whether you are... Like, if you watch the video, it's like goes through different areas of the house. And then it's like, yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what, yeah. That was the first thought that came to
That was,
mind.
That's literally what it's about. All
Okay,
day.
so
You
I was-
hit the nail on the
spot
head.
on.
Right? Spot
There's no
on.
pun intended in that, obviously. This is Miguel Pregueiro with his second track on Panstrip. It's called All Day, and now you know what it's about.
All that I would want from you. Get under the covers as I follow you. Taking it all off just like we want.
Miguel Pregueiro with me, the Eskimo writer, on our feature tonight. Miguel, thank you for that. That was All Day. Lovely track. Which artist do you think has played the biggest part or the biggest role in inspiring you in music so far?
Okay. I'll take maybe locally.
Yeah.
I'd say locally and internationally. I have an answer.
I would
for
normally
both.
say that, but you said it now, so that's fantastic. You're on point
So
with me.
internationally, there are quite a few artists that I look up to, specifically in the Latin market. One of which is a guy named Maluma. He's a Colombian
Right.
artist, and he's very much. I do draw a lot of influence from him, musically. But locally, I have to say Mikasa for sure. I remember watching them when I wasn't even involved in music, and I was like, these guys are awesome.
Yeah.
And I feel like what they've done, they almost have a bit of a Latin vibe sometimes in their music, which they've taken into the house genre.
Yeah, that's
And I feel like what I'm trying to do is something similar, but within pop music. So I have a Latin vibe. I am also still singing in English, but it's not house at all, but it's more pop, you know. So I think I have drawn quite a lot of influence from them locally.
Have you ever played with them live, or
I've
has
done-
that happened yet?
I've performed a few gigs. I've opened for them. I'm actually doing one next week. I'm opening for them again
Wow, there you go.
at a music fest.
Isn't that an amazing
That's
thing,
really cool.
or like an amazing position to be in, to
No,
be able
it's
to
awesome.
open for a band that you admire?
Yes, no, it's awesome, and they're
Very
great
lucky.
guys. They're very nice guys.
Oh, very cool. And you find they're quite encouraging, especially
Very.
you up and coming.
Very, very.
Has Jason been giving you great advice?
So we have chatted a bit, and he's a great guy, and he also has a cool platform at his restaurant as well, where people get to perform. It's like an open mic type thing. I've just always been booked every single time.
Fantastic.
He does it with other gigs, so I'd still love to go through
Yeah.
and perform them.
And do you enjoy performing? What are the different types of gigs you played for, and which ones do you enjoy more?
I love performing. I think out of everything, it is probably my favorite thing to do. I would
The buzz, the rush.
I love it. And I would say I'm an interactive performer. So a lot of people that see me live, often if I can get off the stage, I will get off the stage and I will perform within a crowd. So the type of gigs I do vary. I do some restaurant gigs.
Yeah.
So that is quite interactive. I'll speak a lot with the people there. I'll take them off their seats or sit with them, sing to them, dance with them.
Yeah.
The festival type setups, like I said, if I can get off the stage, I'll go into the crowd and I'll perform with them, and I try to bring the party there to where everyone's dancing. Although some gigs, you obviously have to stay on the stage, and then we'll have musicians with me accompanying me, which fill the stage up as well.
Right.
And then that's a different type.
You let your hair down when you
performance.
perform.
I don't, and I get asked to do that.
Is it?
A lot.
Just let it blow in the wind, Miguel,
So
we can see your Latino vibe. Just
I have never done that, but I get asked that a lot. Honestly, I do.
by the
ladies.
ladies.
By the ladies.
Of course. Now, this is a question I suppose that the ladies would love to ask, but I'm going to ask you this question. What do you like to eat before a gig?
What do I like to eat? I think the woman would like to know that. Eh?
I mean, like, what's your typical meal before that? Do you perform on an empty stomach or full stomach? Different artists like different
When I
things.
started singing, I thought, how can you eat before singing? Because it just
Blocks
sits
you
there,
up
you know?
or something, yeah.
Now I eat pretty much anything. I don't restrict myself. I know there's certain things you shouldn't eat, like they say dairy or stuff like that.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd say that I put into my body before I perform is like what I have right here, my ginger
That
tea.
honey ginger
tea.
mix that you have there.
It tastes good and it's good for your voice as well. But in terms of actual food, I eat like a lot of the times when I'm fed at performances, whatever I feel like at the time.
Yeah.
There's nothing specific, I would say.
So your next song I read recently, you said is not a love song, right?
It's not a love song.
And yet the title of the song one would think that it is a love song, but it isn't a love song. And it's called My Baby Says She Loves Me.
That is
Right.
correct.
Now, I've heard the song. I've also watched the video on the song. I love this track. I really do love this track. And I love the video as well. And it's a song that's been on rotation on many, many stations, not just us. What went into writing this song? So what is the song actually about then, if it's not a love song?
So this was one of those songs where it started with the title.
Yeah.
But when I saw it, I thought, okay, it looks like a love song, but I'm not going to make it a love song. Let's say my baby says she loves me. So I played on the whole idea of a person saying one thing, but their actions
Duplicity.
contradict that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've drawn from some experience from my youth.
Oh, sure. We've all
you know?
had that experience, man.
Yeah, and
So-
I thought it would be the most relatable song, like you just said.
Mm.
Almost everybody has experienced that, whether they're on
Yeah.
the one side, like stringing someone along, and you know
listen,
you're doing
to
wrong.
be honest, I always say this: a songwriter's betrayal is great for songwriters.
It is
because it fuels passion, it fuels emotion,
Yes.
and then you write lyrics like you did, or a song. like you
100%.
did.
So it was all about that contradiction between saying one thing and your actions contradicting that,
Yeah.
essentially.
And did you expect the song to be as successful as it is now?
I didn't, to be honest. And it's normally when you don't expect things.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite songs out of the. This was one of the 30 songs that I did write.
Oh wow! So you did it all the
So
way
this
back
was
then.
one
Yeah.
of those I wrote back
Yeah.
then.
That's very impressive,
And
Miguel.
thank you. So it is one of my favorites, but I didn't think it would, because this song has been doing better than all my other songs.
Yeah, no, it's
So
an
it's
exceptional song.
I'm very, very happy about this
And
one.
we're looking forward to this song being performed with this setup. You've heard it right here on Bandstrip from Miguel Pregueiro. This is his third and final song on Bandstrip. It's called My Baby Says She Loves Me.
My baby says she loves me, but I know that's all a lie. My baby says she needs me, tries to make me feel guilty when she cries. My baby says she wants me, but ask about the others and she'll deny. The truth is clear to see. There's someone better out there waiting for me. I'm living a lie. How could I have been so blind? I'm living a lie. Even through heartbreak I still tried. I don't need this in my life. I think it's time to say goodbye. No more, no more. My baby says she loves me, but she'll always put me last. My baby says she needs me, but we'll leave given the chance. My baby says she wants me. Believing in lies is in the past. The truth is clear to see. There's someone better out there waiting for me. I'm living a lie. How could I have been so blind? I'm living a lie. Even through heartbreak I still tried. I don't need this in my life. I think it's time to say goodbye. No more, no more. The thing about love, it has to come equally from both sides. There's no point in trying. She is not right for me, for my life. My baby says she loves me, but the truth is clear to see. There's only one thing on her mind. Just string me along in her life. I don't need this in my life. I think it's time to say goodbye. No more, no more. I'm living a lie. How could I have been so blind? I'm living a lie. Even through heartbreak I still tried. I don't need this in my life. I think it's time to say goodbye. No more, no more.
And that was Miguel Pregueiro with My Baby Says She Loves Me right here on Band Stripped. And we've really enjoyed having him in studio. Now, Miguel, final question, and people are asking this, I'm sure already. Where can people find you and your music? Firstly, on social media.
Social media, my handles are pretty much all the same. So at Miguel Pregueiro. So the spelling might be the only difficulty.
Yeah.
So my surname's Pregueiro.
Lovely.
It's all the vowels but
Yeah,
A.
exactly.
And on Facebook and YouTube, it's Miguel Pregueiro Music. So YouTube's quite easy to find me. You just type Miguel
And it'll
Idols.
sort of pop up. Yeah.
And then you can find all the other stuff.
Fantastic. And then your music's obviously, you've got 6 singles out there so far.
Correct.
And they're available on all downloading platforms?
All platforms. Google
So,
Play, Spotify, iTunes,
Deezer. Okay, cool.
Find it there.
Is there anyone that you prefer people to go to? No.
Not necessarily.
Doesn't matter where they
iTunes
find
seems to be the most popular from my looking at the analytics.
Yeah.
But it's preference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we always encourage our listeners to go out there and try and A, follow you, and B, go out there and download your music, because that's what SA musicians need. We need support and participation from our audiences to be able to do that. And have you got anything coming up? So gigs in November?
Actually, I'm booked out till January. I perform every week. So I have 7 gigs this weekend. I perform very often. And I do post it on my social media, though. So the easiest way to find where I am is just check out my social media. The one big one that I'm excited about, like I mentioned earlier, is the one with Mikasa next week.
Fantastic.
On the 2nd.
On the 2nd of November
2nd
with
of
Mikasa.
November with
And that's
Mikasa.
happening where?
It's in Pretoria. It is, I don't want to lie to you about the place. I just know it's in Pretoria.
Right.
Superboc Music
So
Fest.
people click location Pretoria. It'll be
Pretoria.
in and around the area.
Yeah, I don't want to lie to you.
Fantastic. Miguel, thank you for being a wonderful guest, and thank you for sharing your music and your story and your journey with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
That was Miguel Pregueiro on Band Stripped, a wonderful talent, an unconventional talent that has come into the SA music with an unconventional and very original style of music, and he's making his way, and we wish him all the best. That's it from Band Stripped.
Hot 91.9.
Playing the best old school and R&B.